I'm not here to defend Hamas.
Well, you are here.
I'm not defending Hamas.
Wait a minute.
Don't you ever lie on me like that, brother. I'm defending the suffering of Palestinians.
I want to hear
Hamas itself committing war crimes.
I want to hear you say
anybody who commits war crimes are barbaric. I'm saying that explicitly, but I want you to say if the Israeli Defense Forces are killing children, are they barbaric too?
No.
I would not jump for a military invasion and a genocidal attack on a
genocidal attack
on Gaza.
No, it's not a genocidal
where are they supposed to go?
When you're killing terrorists.
This is like Warsaw, 1943. Where do they go?
They target children.
Yes. Have they ever targeted children?
No, absolutely
Never
in the history
78 years.
have they ever targeted a child
you got to
deliberately.
Get off the crack pipe, man, please.
No, they never targeted a child.
You don't think they killed one innocent person?
Not purposely.
Since 1948?
No, not
Are they
purposely.
that pure? Are they that
You don't have to be very pure not to kill a child.
Since 2006 and 7, and Gaza was taken over by Hamas. I'm not pro-Hamas. I'm pro-democracy, but I'm concerned about the suffering of Palestinians.
Israel didn't fire a single rocket until Hamas fired 5,000 rockets.
Israel controls the land, the air,
only after Hamas took over.
Food going in, the trade coming in, and so. But it was already under occupation.
It was never.
Hamas
is saying, don't.
All right, everyone. So I found this very, very interesting and fiery debate. This is with Cornel West, who's obviously a famous philosopher, a professor at Harvard University and Princeton, very big on race and justice. And then we got Alan Dershowitz, a lawyer for Epstein, and also very, very pro-Zionist. So I found this very interesting because this debate took place only 5 days after the October 7th attack. The sad part is many of the arguments are the same. However, I do feel like today, like almost a year and a half later, or more than a year and a half, people have woken up. A lot more people have woken up, whether it's the average person or people in politics with a lot of influence. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you do, please make sure you press the like button and subscribe to my channel. When you do that, it really helps push this video out to a larger audience. We can help change more minds. Please do your part on this. I really do appreciate it. Now let's continue.
Don't go.
Oh, I'm not here to defend Hamas.
Well, you are here.
I'm not defending Hamas.
Wait a minute.
Don't you ever lie on me like that, brother. I'm defending the suffering of Palestinians.
I want to hear
Hamas itself committing war crimes.
I want to hear.
Okay, I'm going to stop right there for a second. So Cornel West, right off the bat, I love it because so many people from the pro-Zionist side are conflating the two. If you're pro-Palestinian, automatically you're pro-Hamas. Cornel West, right off the bat, just corrected him. He's like, I am not standing up for Hamas here. I'm standing up for the Palestinians. Low-key, look at both of their body languages. Cornel West is pretty aggressive. And Mr. Dershowitz there looks a little scared.
Anybody who commits war crimes are barbaric. I'm saying that explicitly, but I want you to say if the Israeli Defense Forces are killing children, are they barbaric too?
No.
Oh, he will never admit to it. The Zionist side rarely ever accepts this. Like, oh, no, they're barbaric. Hamas is barbaric, but the Israeli military, most moral military in the world.
Are they ever barbaric?
No. If they target children.
Yes. Have they ever targeted children?
No, absolutely
never.
Oh, that aged so poorly. So again, it's crazy. This is 5 days after the October 7th attack. And right now he's saying, oh, no, they've never targeted children. The sad part is today we actually have documented instances where children have bullet holes in their skulls. How does that not happen without intentionally targeting?
Never in the history have they ever targeted a child
you got to
deliberately.
Get off the crack pipe, man, please.
No, they have never targeted a child.
You don't think they killed one innocent person?
Not purposely.
Since 1948?
No, not
Are
purposely.
they that pure? Are they that
You don't have to be very pure
not
to kill a child. Not to kill a child.
Cornel West called him a crackpot, which is a funny word because I feel like a lot of people from that generation use that word. I personally never have, but I've heard my dad use it. A crackpot.
They killed 550
let me show because they're being used as human shields.
Let me show
Black Lives Matter Chicago for justifying the Hamas murder by using these little airplane things and coming down on the music event.
But I would certainly condemn it.
You condemn Black Lives Matter.
I would condemn anybody.
Okay.
It's not a matter of
I'm glad to hear you.
This is morality and spirituality.
Okay, so you condemn Black Lives Matter.
Part of our challenge, though, and this is important just as a leader.
Alan thought he had him in a corner. It's like, oh, I'm going to make him condemn Black Lives Matter, which, ironic, right? Why is he asking him to condemn Black Lives Matter? Oh, is it because he's black? Come on, Alan.
See, he asked me what I would do. I would say we've got to end occupation. We got to make sure that Palestinians have the same dignity, the same rights as Israelis.
Let me ask you a question.
That's at the center.
Here's
That's
my-
at the core.
You know I support that.
Guys,
you know I
that's at the
support the
core.
two-state
But I'll
solution.
see you-
But Hamas doesn't
Two-state
support the
solution.
two-state solution. Hamas opposes
Professor
it.
West, I want to ask this question. Would Gaza be facing annihilation if Hamas did not attack and kill all these innocent Israelis?
Of course not.
Gaza has been.
You know, I should write a book on all of these arguments. They ask the same questions, and then I should write a book on the best answers I've seen after watching all these debates. So basically, what Sean Hannity, who's the host of this show, what he's asking is that, hey, when Hamas attacked Israel, they knew that Israel was going to attack like this. And so basically, Gaza is going through this because of Hamas. Hamas knew exactly what they were doing. That's basically the point he's making. And my response to that is that, okay, so if Hamas should have known that when they attack like this, Israel is going to attack this crazy, which, by the way, it's Israel's choice if they attack like that or not. It's totally their choice. They don't have to. No one's putting a gun to their head saying they have to do this. They're choosing to. Let's get that straight. But then the other way, we can also say that, okay, if Israel was really going to make a people this desperate, where they control their water, their electricity, their power, everything going in, everything going out, they have no military, they have no air, blah, blah, blah. All of these things, they're basically keeping them fully controlled. Eventually, perhaps one can argue that people would start resisting. Should Israel have known better? I don't know.
Facing
You're not
a
answering.
chronic
Would they be
process
facing
of
an imminent annihilation?
Since 2000.
Would they be
And
facing
2000 and
imminent
what? 2000
annihilation?
and what?
Since 2006 and 7, and Gaza was taken over by Hamas. I'm not
And they
pro-Hamas. I'm pro-democracy, but I'm concerned about the suffering of Palestinians.
Israel didn't fire a single rocket until Hamas fired 5,000 rockets.
Israel controls the land, the air,
only after
containment,
Hamas
the
took
food
over.
going in, the trade
Only
coming in,
after.
and so forth. But it was already.
Just think about the fact that Israel is in a war with Gaza, with Hamas, right? And so they have chosen to starve them to death. The Palestinians, half of whom are women and children, collective punishment. Like, that's an insane amount of power that one country has over another.
Under occupation
It
since
was never.
1967.
No.
Anybody who kills innocent people are engaging in barbaric acts.
You said
no matter
Israel,
who they
hang
are,
on, let me
what
quote
color,
you.
what nation, and so forth.
Israel and the United States are primarily
And the United States has
responsible.
supported and enabled.
You explain to
these-
this audience. I want you to explain. How is Israel and the United States responsible for beheading 40 children? How?
Ooh, that did not age well, Sean Hannity. That had been proven false shortly after.
I'm talking about the context. 545 Palestinian children died in August 2004. Not one American said a word. I believe.
And I guess this is more of an ethical question, but like, okay, 40 babies were beheaded. Okay. Let's say that was true, which it wasn't, by the way. This was totally proven to be false. But does that matter because it's vulgar, or does a number of people dying matter? Because Israel has killed many, many more at this point.
A Palestinian baby has the same value as an Israeli baby. So when you have that kind of vicious hatred and revenge, you get response of hatred and revenge. They are all wrong. They're all war crimes. They're all to be condemned. But you cannot simply look at this particular moment without the larger backdrop of an ugly occupation and the ugly attacks chronically against Palestinians.
Those are not your words. Largely right. Israel and the United States are primarily responsible for this attack. Professor Dershowitz.
Well, I complained when Palestinian children were killed, but I explained why they were killed. Here is one of the leaders of Hamas. For the Palestinian people, death has become an industry. The elderly excel at this, and so do the children. This is why we have formed human shields of the women and the children. Hamas is the ones responsible for the killing of Palestinian children. Also, Hamas has a term. It's called the CNN strategy. And the CNN strategy is induce Israel into killing Palestinian children by using them as human shields. Then parade the bodies out on CNN, and you'll see what happens. People like Cornel West will engage in crocodile tears, blame it on Israel.
Funny thing is, CNN, it's not CNN. That's maybe the only mainstream channel that reports it. Actually, even Fox News ended up reporting on an instance that happened. But also, go on social media. It's every social media site. X, TikTok, Instagram, YouTube. It's crazy. It's everywhere now. So you're still going to deny it?
When the entire blame is on the Palestinians, Hamas, for using their children as human shields and killing of Israeli
don't accuse me.
What
of
is Hamas's charter?
Yeah. I have the same outrage when Palestinian babies are killed, when Jewish babies or Israeli babies. I want you to have the same
Wow. Why should it not be the same?
indignation when Palestinians are killed.
Not when they're killed. Not when they're killed by Palestinians. When you can't make a moral comparison. When Nazi kids were killed in the bombings of Dresden, I didn't have the same comparison when Jewish kids were put in gas chambers and crematoriums. You're a professor of theology. Don't you understand the moral difference between deliberately murdering a kid and having collateral damage because there are human shields? You're running for president of the United States. What would you do? Wait, let me tell you. Let me ask the question. Let me ask the question.
Okay.
What would you do if if terrorists were firing at American children in America and the terrorists were hiding behind Palestinian children? Would you allow the killing of Americans to continue, or would you go and get the terrorists, even if it meant possibly collateral damage on Palestinians? What would you do?
How we found ourselves in this situation,
I
would not jump for a military invasion and a genocidal attack on a
genocidal attack
on Gaza.
No, it's not a genocidal
Where are they supposed to go?
When you're
Where are they
killing
supposed to
terrorists.
go? But this is like Warsaw, 1943. Where do they go?
Where do they go?
Yes.
Tell them, Cornel. Also, just a quick reminder, make sure you like this video and subscribe to my channel. And if you really want to help support this channel, this would help me out a lot. Just go ahead and become a member. It's only $2.99 a month. A lot of these videos do get demonetized, and it really helps out with the revenue and helps support this channel so I can keep posting videos like this. The link will be in the description below.
Let me tell you where they go to. They go to the UN. UN is keeping
from Gaza to Geneva?
They go to no. The UN has places in Gaza. They go to the Rafah crossing.
UN people have been killed in the last few days.
They go to Egypt. They go.
Egypt, they
wait a
can't
minute.
get out.
Let me make another thing clear. Gaza City is very dense. But Gaza itself, the Gaza Strip, there's lots of room. The Israelis have said, get out of Gaza City. Go to Rafah. Go to Khan Yunis. Go to other places. And you know what Hamas is saying?
With no water, no food, no electricity.
You know what Hamas is saying?